Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Chainsaw Man figure from SH Figuarts. There have been so many lines that have taken a shot at the whole Chainsaw Man franchise. This has been absolutely the whole buzz this entire summer, which has been awesome to see. I am behind the times. I've still not had a chance to check out the show, which is ridiculous, but I love this design, and the question is this figure just as good as it looks? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, like I gave away in the intro, I absolutely love this design. So it was really just a question of which company really caught my eye most. And I originally had the Figma figure on pre-order, and the second that this one went up and I saw the promo shots, canceled Figma, picked this one up, and it does not disappoint in the visual department. Like, it's, there goes one half of the hand. We'll get into that in the next section, but in general, like, man, this is just a great looking figure. And of course, I'm not gonna be able to get it back into neutral. There we go. But yeah, just they captured this design perfectly. I mean, all the colors definitely hit. You can see the orange. You even see the yellow eye behind the air grate here in the front. Just beautifully done. Perfect shade of silver. Some nice blood splatter going on there. These points are perfect. They're also absolutely painful. This is kind of a painful figure to articulate. I like a little pain, but this gets a bit much. And yeah, just so good. You see all the mechanics here at the back of the head, and just, it's awesome. Man, I love that. I love the coming down to the brown piece with all the kind of more biomechanical sort of look, and just have to pop that into place. But yeah, it just looks great. The shirt looks awesome. Just a little bit of a wash, some kind of like slight shading here and there to kind of bring that to life, but like wrinkles on the clothes, like just insane, just perfect pretty much, especially for just like the character's presentation. Love it, love it, love it. They even just perfectly sculpted the whole arms into the chainsaw's piece. Just everything very well done. Look at those teeth, just insanely clean. So good all around. And yeah, really no complaints here. Just crazy stuff. Clean work on the kicks as well. And we even have the soles sculpted and painted. Just beautiful stuff. So yeah, gorgeous looking figure. When it comes to accessories, we are uncharacteristically sparse for a Figuarts figure. However, considering the engineering and the sculpt that went into this figure, I think it makes perfect sense. So just jumping into it. So we actually do have multiple sets of hands, and I was kind of wondering how that would do, and how that would happen, and you kind of saw that in the last section. So we get some kind of splayed out, very like actiony, just intense hands, I guess I'll call them. So those are right out of the box. And then we get a pair of fists. And again, the way they do this is you have the hands in two different parts. So you can see one side has a peg, one side has a port, and those just plug into either side of the chainsaw blade. And that's just a brilliant way to approach it. I think it just works really well, because then of course, again, we get those hands, we get the fists, and then we get just some actual relaxed hands. So pretty cool there. Then we get two different ties right out of the box. We get our kind of straight, just like calm tie, I guess. And then we get a version of the tie that has a little more action, a little more sauce to it. And yeah, just really great addition. And then finally, we get two different mouthpieces. So we get the more just like straight up smile, and it just popped right out. That's a bit of an issue with this, or at least mine, is it definitely like pops out very easily. I don't know if that's everyone, but it's certainly mine, so worth noting. And then we get a second mouthpiece, which is open mouth, and we get the kind of crazy tongue coming out of it, and that tongue is articulated, so we kind of get to move that around, and depending on what pose you have it in, you can kind of utilize that. So really cool all around. And here are the ports at the top. So yeah, as you can see, it just plugs in to the bottom of the orange part of the head. So really cool, and that is accessories. Articulation, balance here are things of beauty, and as you can see, we can hold our freestanding kick, and that is largely thanks to not only just like really dialed in joints, but the size of those sneakers as we looked at earlier. So just really beautiful there. Then moving into the head, we have a ball joint here at the head, a ball joint here at the base of the neck. So we get all the way up. We get all those like jumping, crazy flying poses. can look all the way down. We get insane amounts of tilt, so just literally anywhere you want to go with the head, you can get it. With the arms, we do have these nice, they're kind of beyond butterfly joints. They're those like, they go up, they go down. Oh, man. All right, we're gonna talk about diaphragm in a second. They go forward, they go back. So as you can see, we do get some range going on there. So pretty much just all around joints, and that allows us to hit our T, straighten the head so you kind of see that a little bit better. So we get our T, we do get rotation from that joint as well. Then we also have rotation here at the kind of lower bicep, and a little bit easier to activate when you have the arm bent, but you also get that rotation here at the arm, which is a single joint. However, it gets so much good range. You're kind of coming in well past 90. So just beautiful there. And nothing at the wrist. Naturally, I mean, you're running into the blade. So for the diaphragm, we do have a ball joint, a little restricted just because of the sculpt here. And that's gonna happen. Mine pops out super easy, as you can see. So you can actually see the joint. There is the socket, there is the ball, and the diaphragm, and you can see that does move, but because of the shallowness of it, we get some kind of like monster art sort of action where like we're not gonna get into the craziest of crunch. We're not getting insane arch back. I'm gonna make sure I don't lose that tie. So it does move around, but it comes out super easy. Certainly on mine, it might be different for other people, but yeah, so we get some side to side as well. Then we come down to, we do get some rotation here at the waist, and then the hips, we do have drop downs, do we? No, we don't have drop downs, I'm sorry, that's on me. But we do get insane amounts of range, pretty much full splits, absolutely beautiful. Then oh, that gets me. We do have a front kick, which is insane, pretty much right at 90. We do get actual thigh swivel, like, you know, kind of here or there with Figuarts. Fold completely in half at the knee, double jointed. We do get rotation there at the top of the sneakers. We get some pretty good point, some really good forward, and great rocker as well. And then finally, we get a hinge at the toe. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is with some other SH Figuarts, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with Unarticulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valaverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Chainsaw Man from SH Figuarts is that this is just it's a thing of beauty. Like it looks gorgeous. It articulates super well. Despite my issues with the torso popping apart and the bottom of the head, like the mouthpiece kind of popping off, it is definitely very fun. And it's just something I'll learn to work with. Again, as I've said in previous reviews with other figures of this sort, especially like SH Monster Arts, you know, I'd rather have the parts kind of come apart easily than break. So it's a trade-off. That's action figures, y'all. So yeah, I heartily recommend this. Certainly if you're a fan of Chainsaw Man, if you just think this design is badass like I do, like totally pick this up. Be careful of those saw blades. These literally hurt. It's kind of insane. So yeah, really crazy, but it is available from various online sources, so I'll have a link or two in the description below if you are so inclined to pick this up. And that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please consider coming on back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, then like, let's talk toys, let's have some fun, let's just see some fun stuff, and ultimately, yeah, I hope to see you back. So I hope you are well, I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.